Yes, sir. That's all I chicken jockey. Yes, sir. Let's get it all out of the way. This is a crafting table. Flint and steel. Invest in the S&M 500 because you like pain. What the fuck are you talking about, man? The hell are you saying? That being said, that's a good point. That's fucking facts, man. The children yearn for the mines and they yearn for a weekend recap because I had a busy weekend, man. Let me run you through the basics, okay? Saturday morning, my daughter finished an activity. We went straight to an eye test. She passed with flying colors. This is how business should be done. We had an eye test. It took 4 minutes. They said she doesn't need glasses. We said, how much do I owe you? They said, it's on the house. This one's on the house. We didn't do anything. I said, just for that, you can catch me this week, buddy. You can catch me this week. Because I need an eye test too, and I need new glasses. That's how we're doing business in this bitch. So that was step one. What did we do after that? Whoa, we freaking voted, man. My daughter was at another activity, so I thought that there was going to be time for me to knock out a bunch of errands. It turns out that there was a huge line at every single voting facility, so I had time to do exactly one errand, which was voting, which took an hour and a half to 2 hours. But this doesn't happen often in the civic world of politics. My candidates won in a landslide. That was nice to see. I was asleep by the time that the voting was done. But when I woke up, I was like, holy cow, I'd have never woken up to results like this. My candidates 4x the people that weren't as good, in my opinion. Any insano candidates? Yeah, a couple. I'm trying to think of what the hell. Oh, and then that afternoon, of course, we saw the Minecraft movie, which genuinely, Kate was looking at me through the movie and I was looking at her. I did not know that there was a meme related to the movie. I knew the movie was memey. I didn't know that it was Gen Alpha Rocky Horror Picture Show. There were multiple times. It goes without saying, everybody in the audience that wasn't us was repeating all of Jack Black's lines back at the screen. But then people were screaming and going no, and crying. And there were 4 applause breaks. People clapped like they landed the movie theater when the movie was over. My daughter, she was scared. She said many times, she said, I want to go. And I said, just cover your eyes. The pig sorceress isn't going to be here the whole time. And then when the movie was over, she said that was her favorite movie of all time. She was into it. And she laughed. And all weekend, anytime I needed to put a smile on her face, I could just say chicken jockey or flint and steel or lava chicken. And then she was telling me, she's my favorite part of the movie. I think my favorite part of the movie was when the bee showed up. Just literally they go into Minecraft and there's a bee. She's my second favorite part of the movie, probably chicken jockey. My third favorite part of the movie, lava chicken. But my favorite is when the bee showed up. I gave it a 2 out of 5, by the way. I don't think it's very good, but I think it's a fun theater experience. I think if you have children, they'll love to see it. I think it's a fun 2 out of 5, but I don't think it's I think that any adult without kids who's giving it a 3.5 plus, if they give it a second viewing outside of the theater, they're going to be what the fuck was I smoking? Also, I'm scared for the future of media because I've seen a lot of reviews where, or not on reviews on Letterboxd where the real heads go, but on the Reddit reaction threads. There's been a lot of adults who are hey, I'm surprised they got some of this stuff into a kids movie because it's a little risque, man. They go some places. I can't believe some of the content that managed to make it into this kids movie. I mean, the first half of the movie is basically for grown-ups, and I was no, it's fucking not. Motherfucker, you need to watch Goodfellas or something. It's been a lot. I guess if the last movie you saw was Puss in Boots: The Last Wish or something like that, this might seem like it's a little bit beyond the pale as far as a kids movie goes, but it's mostly just It's just good old-fashioned fun. It's a movie for children. Anyway, I give it a 2. I don't think it's horrendous. I thought it was fun. You know what is horrendous but also fun? You have to see the Lawnmower Man director's cut. Librarian, did you watch the director's cut? First 5 minutes of the movie, I was like, I wonder when Stephen King's influence will rear its head in this film. And then a man with the Lord Farquaad haircut busts out of a garden shed. And he's a grown man with the mind of a child. And he sees a chimpanzee with a VR headset and a pistol and says, Cyboman, I'll keep you safe. Are those the bad guys? Come here, Cyboman. And it just goes crazier from there. I would definitely, I give it 1.5 out of 5 because it's unbelievably bad. But I also gave it a heart because it's unbelievably good. I would suggest watching the Lawnmower Man director's cut. It's mind-boggling that I did a 3-hour ride on Saturday. It took almost the entire ride to watch this movie. I finished the first 90 minutes and I was like, there's still an hour left in this motherfucking Lawnmower Man movie, man. It's unfathomable. But I was entertained the whole time through. It was unbelievable. I would recommend it. And then I watched MacGruber. I gave MacGruber a 3.5. Something about just when the dudes start shoving the celery sticks up their ass and then waddling around. Just something about it, man. Anyway, what else? What did I do yesterday? Not much. Did you guys know that they closed down the Toys R Us in Vancouver permanently? Which is pissing me off because every time I talked about going to that Toys R Us, people were like, isn't it closed down? And I was like, no, you guys are stupid. It's doing better than ever. To catch my ass trying to find something to do on a rainy ass Sunday with my kid, drive out to the Toys R Us and they're like, we're permanently closed, man. Like, what the fuck? You were open like a month and a half ago. Also took my daughter to one of her classmates' birthdays. And you already know, I was feasting, man. I was feasting. They had a bunch of Chinese food, which I ate and enjoyed, but they also brought I would say 25 to 30 Costco foot-long hot dogs. I had 1.5 of those. They cut them into halves. I didn't leave a half. I was feasting. I was feasting with the beasts, exactly. Wasn't eating crudité with the, I don't know. Whatever. Can't think of something that rhymes with crudité. I felt bad though, because they also came with a proportional number of drinks from Costco, but I was like, I guarantee that's 100% just Pepsi. None of them were marked with a thing on the lid that was this could be Diet Pepsi, so I'm not touching that. They still had 27 liters of Pepsi at the end of the party. But the people were chowing down on the Chinese food. There was not a lot of leftovers. I was proud of the other parents. Did you vote? I did. And it took a long time. But we got it done. I think it was crazy to me to see that it took 2 hours to vote and then the turnout for the election was 15%. I was like, they're lucky that bitch was 15% because if it was 25%, it would have been a 12-hour experience to vote. So as soon as I got back from the municipal voting, I submitted my request to get a mail-in federal ballot because I'm not doing that shit again. That's going to be 90% turnout in the election. Very few people, it's not good, but very few people give a shit about a by-election for 2 city councilors, but everybody gives a shit about this federal election. So I'm going to get my mail-in ballot going real quick. I know this guy. This is, what's his name? Christopher Plummer? Is that Christopher Plummer? That's Chicken Jockey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The theater went crazy, man. Went insane. I wasn't being facetious when I said that the theater was more raucous than Endgame. It really did go crazy. You should have seen Five Nights at Freddy's opening day. I can't imagine that it was more intense than the Minecraft movie, man. Because I've seen probably seen 300 movies in theaters, maybe more. And the only 2 that are even close is Minecraft and Endgame. I can't imagine. Maybe Five Nights at Freddy's had more mimetic teenagers, but Minecraft had like every demo. It had parents, kids, teenagers. 300. I didn't see 300 in theaters, but people that weren't alive at the time don't know how much of a cultural phenomenon it was. Diego Guiga, you were right. It came out like maybe September or October of my first year of university. And literally like 80% of dudes went as Spartans for Halloween. You would just walk outside and it was just like burgundy bath towels wrapped around necks with like everybody shirtless. And then like pizza box shields and stuff like that. It was crazy. It was just that and Borat, like as far as the eye could see. Before writing the scripts for When Harry Met Sally, now we're talking, that's Nora Ephron. That is Anne Hathaway and Richard Gere. It's Anne Hathaway, that's a given. I do feel like that's Richard Gere, man. Yes! We take those. Look at that. Bill Clinton, John Slattery, Bill Clinton, Anthony Bourdain. No. That's Richard Gere. You haven't seen Chicago as recently as I have. They both reach for the gun. Does look like Matthew Modine, too. Footlong nachos. I have to imagine that those come from Subway. Just makes sense. Break up with your girlfriend on board. That's Ariana Grande. We didn't know she was I've heard of method acting. I didn't know that they were practicing method singing. Am I right, people? What is she doing or whatever? Nah, she's cool. I haven't seen Wicked season 1 yet. Because it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes long, but I will at some point when my wife wants to. You know what I'm talking about, man? You know what I'm talking about? I'm joking. She shouldn't have licked that donut. But what do I care? A lot of people would pay extra for that. Am I right, people? Am I right, Ricky? All right, connections. Shut up. Pulse. Wait, these are like shower head settings. Pulse. Never mind. Pulse, thump, beat. It's descriptions of your heartbeat. Thump, beat, pulse, pound. Throb. Okay. This is a horny ass connections, man, because we still got nail and ball. Maybe a hanger. These are parts of a shelf, like the steps in picture hanging needs. Exactly. Nisha bend on jack. Picture hanging needs. Print. Hills. Ball locker print hills. Foot. That's a good connections today. That's a good one. Foot. I get it now. I thought it was kind of a horny connections today, and I'm not one of those people. Like, I saw you in Apollo's chat during the Nintendo Direct. Whenever, like, a monster would be revealed in a game, 100 people would be like, wow, freaks are gonna make, like, horny art of this motherfucker. And I'm like, you're the freak, bitch. No one else was thinking that, okay? It's just you willing it into existence. It wouldn't be like you know, in XCOM 2, they had the snake ladies that were like lithe and agile and like a little hot. People were like, there's going to be rule 34 of this. You're like, yeah, no shit. The snake aliens are they're baddies. But like, this was just like a frog, like a tall frog with no boobs or anything, no ass. No balls? And people were like, people are going to be horny for the frog. And I'm like, that's you, man. You're telling on yourself, motherfucker. The frog did not have tits, I think. I don't know. I was watching it on the bike. I might have been out of the saddle during that period. Also, like, everything has tits, man. Every mammal, at least. Get over it. It did? So does it. All mammals have tits, man. I've got tits, Greg. And then like in 4.5 hours, I'm going to say, can you milk me? Just to bookend the whole stream. Stevens Gourmet Hot Cocoa Milk Chocolate, 64 ounce, man. I've never purchased hot chocolate before in my life. Is this a good time to mention that I don't really know what hot chocolate is? Because they sell it at coffee shops, but it's not coffee. But it's not a mug of melted chocolate, because that would be disgusting. That would be absolutely foul. Are you being serious? I'm being honest with you. I don't know what it is. Here we fucking go. I don't know what it is, man. Keep in mind, my whole life, I've never been a milk drinker. And I feel like milk and hot chocolate are like, it's a natural segue. I didn't even start drinking hot beverages until, I don't even know, I was like 22, 23. I was like, I don't get it. I'd rather have a cold beverage. And honestly, I was right. Because I drank hot coffee for a while. And then after, going through that phase, I was like, iced coffee is just better. It's cocoa powder. Okay, well, I'll just be honest with you. I don't know shit about that. So I have no idea. This is 64 ounces of hot cocoa must make like 32 cups of hot chocolate, right? Otherwise, this would be like 6 cups of hot chocolate. Try 300. It makes 2 cups. It makes 100 cups. It makes like 1 big cup. What the fuck, man? I think it's just good. I don't know, man. I don't know where I am. I would think that this would be priced cheaper than coffee because hot chocolate is a less serious drink, regardless of the input costs. 64, is this 64 ounces in terms of volume or 64 ounces in terms of weight? 4 pounds, okay. A pound of coffee at Costco, I would expect to be like $6.99. So let's say this is $3.99 times 4, but $16.99 is way too expensive. I just wouldn't pay it. I wouldn't give you a dime over $12.99, bitch. Fuck you. $8.99? Is he baiting us? No, honestly, for like 30 years, I've been mostly chill with the United States, but now I'm not meeting you guys in the middle. We have a trade deficit. All the metric-speaking countries, we have to know both systems. And it's been fine because we do benefit from some of the soft power projection from the United States. But now that you're not fucking with us, we're not fucking with you. So you can learn the metric system, or you can continue typing shit into the vacuum like Fahrenheit makes more sense because 0 is cold and 100 is hot. And we'll be over here like, I don't even know, doing something else. Winning gold medals in hockey for something that... you wouldn't. Well, the U.S. women's team is really good, but regardless, we own you. Get ready to learn Chinese? I'm on my way, brother. I'm on my way. Worldla, please be shaped like a boot. Please be shaped like, no, man. This is not shaped like a boot at all. Are you like the Faroe Islands? You're really far away from the Faroe Islands? Are you the Maldives? How is that possible that you could be 13,000 kilometers from both of these? Are you the South Sandwich Islands? You're in the ballpark west of this. Well, it would help if I knew. Because the shit doesn't, the closer you get to the South Pole, west doesn't make sense. I'm not looking at chat because I know that they're going to be like, it's whatever. They're gonna name this island, okay? But like, there's no north, south, and east, west at the South Pole because everything gets like conglomerated there. Like that's where all the directions meet. So what do you mean it's to the fucking west? It's to its own west. Could be the Falkland. I was gonna say I don't really know where they are. So is this really like? I get that it's an island, but like. Can somebody here who's like a geographic wizard explain to me why it's not like, why is it shaped like a crab, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like you think about islands like Australia. Australia doesn't look like it's dissolving, right? Like the Falkland Islands, I didn't realize they kind of look like they're saying like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Because glaciers ripping shit up. You know what? That makes sense. Combined with someone who said, think about how the BC coast looks, that makes a lot of sense to me. This looks like Alaska if water was high. If the ocean levels were like 100 meters higher up, I guess this is just how like Alaska would look on a map. That makes sense. July 1st, 2016. I don't know where I was at this point in my life. Walt Disney had a film come out. It's an adventure animated comedy family movie from 2016. I need a tagline. An unforgettable. It's Finding Dory. She probably won't remember. Finding Dory. Okay. Warner Brothers 38 million. Fantasy film starring Alexander Skarsgård. No, that's. I don't think it's the Tarzan movie. What is he in, man? It's the Tarzan movie. The Legend of Tarzan. It turns out it's the... no, you're right, Chad. It's the Northman. I definitely remember when Warner Brothers distributed the Northman, and it opened to a rousing $40 million. You remember it was an unexpected hit for Warner Brothers. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Yeah, like 6 years before it actually came out. A Universal film. It's an action horror thriller starring Elizabeth Mitchell. Keep America Great. This must be The Purge. This must be The Purge 2. Election year. Chappell Roan was in this? This is what I mean when people say 2016 was like the last good year. They're like, it was. It has nothing to do with the fact that I was a senior in high school, man. Agnostic of all that, 2016 kind of owned. Nobody disagrees with me, man. Nobody who's in my exact demographic disagrees with me. I don't ever talk to anybody 10 years older than me or 10 years younger than me. 2016 was the last good year, man. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, 2015. 2015 was the last good year. You got it. You know what's going on. Mark Rylance. He's British. It's an adventure family fantasy. The world is more giant than you can imagine. Ruby Barnhill. I don't know shit about this. An orphan little girl befriends a benevolent giant. It's Steven Spielberg. Where they attempt to stop the man. It must be the BFG. Something had to pay for the Fablemans. Didn't he do E.T.? Jaws? Is Jaws like the highest grossing movie of all time until like Star Wars came out or something? I'm pretty sure he could handle the Fablemans, man. He's done everything. I'm just saying he's been successful, man. I saw a post on Reddit that kind of pissed me off, and I don't dislike Steven Spielberg at all. If anything, I'd say that I have a positive opinion of Spielberg's work and his oeuvre. But the post was, today I learned Steven Spielberg takes zero front-end money for his movies and only gets back-end, like a percentage of gross. And he asks all of his actors to do the same. And then like his quote was like, I'm prepared to make zero money on this movie. I want my cast to feel the same way. And I'm like, buddy, that's not the same shit. You are choosing the movie, buddy. Like you're picking the script, you're assembling the crew, you're choosing the project, you're getting this shit greenlit. Then anybody that's a top billed actor or actress in the movie, you want them to buy into that level too? Well, you made the fucking BFG, bitch. I don't want to. Has anybody checked on Mark Rylance? Is he okay? He could have probably gotten like $7.5 million for top billing in a comparable film. Instead, he got zero up front and then like 1.5% gross. No shot, man. Pretty terrible weekend at the multiplex. I did see Finding Dory opening weekend in theaters. And it's like, I mean, it's a lesser Pixar, but it's okay. We didn't know that shit about Ellen DeGeneres back then, man. We thought she was Ellen DeGeneres. It's so bad. It's not so bad. It's like, it's not good. It's not worth watching, but it's not like I left the theater and I was like, that sucked ass. Why'd you see it? My wife wanted to see it. I'm throwing her under the bus. Valid. What'd you get to eat after? I don't remember. It was in Los Angeles, so something probably not as good as it would have been if it was in Vancouver. It's Japanese. I'll tell you that. This is like Catherine. This is Bayonetta. It's Xbox Series, PS5, PS4, PC. Wouldn't know it then. Oh, shit, man. Because to me, this looks like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, or Total War Three Kingdoms. It's not. It came out last year, huh? Metaphor Refantasio? It fucking was! My wife playing Metaphor Refantasia for like a year and a half straight has done incredible things for my stats in Guess the Game. That's crazy. All I know is Metaphor Refantasio. What's crazy is that even when it's not Metaphor Refantasio, sometimes when typing it in, it jogs your memory of like another game that's got an insane name like this. There's always like a Metaphor or like a Requiem or some shit like that in there. Atelier, Reverie. Yeah, exactly. What's the deal with Phoenix Down? Why didn't the Phoenix use it on itself?
Legionnaire. A noun meaning a member of a...
Thank you, Colin Malloy.
Havas. A noun meaning coffee. Java is named after an island in Indonesia. Havas. A noun meaning coffee.
All right, I don't know about that one. It's with an S. Havas.
Abstruse. An adjective meaning difficult to comprehend.
It's gotta be that. Nothing else makes sense.
Phlebotomy. A noun meaning the drawing of blood.
When you go in for a lobotomy, but then they just tell you that your triglycerides are all fucked up. You ever see the the exhibits at the lobotomy museum? I've only seen them online. I understand why a lot of people hate all men. Because like half of the exhibits are like the description of why they got a lobotomy is like they were sad and nagging all the time and genuinely seemed depressed with their fucked up life. After they had half of their frontal lobe taken out, they couldn't stop giggling. We'd recommend this to all our fucking friends. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, you can't be doing that shit. You can't be sending your wife to the lobotomist because she's like, you know, nagging you a little bit. You just got to take her out for dinner or something like that. You don't have part of her frontal lobe removed. That's crazy. Why are you shaming men for making their wives happy? Being sad is like the price you pay to be smart, okay? Like it's very in vogue to be like, I would rather be stupid because then you'd be happier. But I think it'd be so boring. Can you just imagine like looking at shit and like not having like thoughts? like seeing the trailer for the Smurfs and being like, that looks fun. Like I wouldn't feel right, man. It just wouldn't feel right. I'd rather be a little sad sometimes. I was in Dan's chat. We were talking about like kibitzing on what people are watching when they're on the treadmill. I was like, man, it's crazy how there are people that'll do like a 60-minute run and they'll be watching reels the whole time. Just like complete dog ass. Like hot knives cutting through plastic bottles and shit like that for like an hour straight, beaming it straight into your one and only brain. That's crazy to me. Like, and they're adults. I gotta get off YouTube Shorts. You can click the like button on mine, but then you should go. How long you been waiting for kibitzing? I say it all the time because that's what they used to call observing a game on Yahoo Chess, man. Rye bread, Russian dressing. This is a bad-looking Reuben sandwich. But I respect the Reuben. Sloppy Joe? What? Like, no, man. That's not a Sloppy Joe. The AI is broken. That's a Reuben sandwich, man. It is a little sloppy. Poppy got a little sloppy. Yeah, deli meat Sloppy Joe is a fucking gross idea. They didn't even fucking try, huh? Like, what's the bread doing, man? They didn't try. They did. What is this? It's like half a sandwich. It's like they threw the sandwich on the plate. I'm not against it. Like, all the parts look okay. This to me, well, koftesizi. This looks like turkey to me. Islama kofti, a traditional Turkish dish. I could have told you that. We basically played GeoGuessr on that one. Me personally, process that meat into a fine paste, mold it into the shape of the bread, put it on the bread, slice the tomatoes a little thinner, maybe put the pepper on the bread. Kofta sandwich. Chickpea flour, ground lamb or chicken, onion, cardamom, turmeric. Okay. Wow. Chickpea meatballs. Not like against it. It's kind of like boiled falafel. Flat leaf parsley, thick ass carrots. I mean, chickpeas always make me think of the Levant, North Africa, Mediterranean. I'm just gonna throw you something a little crazy here. India's like a safe guess, though. But this doesn't look like India plating to me. I don't really know. I'm gonna. This is insane, man. I'm gonna say Cyprus, southeast of Cyprus, but mostly east. Turkey, again, borders to the east. Iran. Okay, we take those. 11,441 average. We crushed today, man. Try to leave the website. Interested in quiz games? You should play Micdol, a daily Minecraft Wordle. Listen, FoodGuessr, you got to pay the bills. But when I when I click a button to leave a website and it pops something up, threat level yellow. Okay, that's a sign of decline to me. Just to me, I'm not trying to damn the website or anything like that. But it's like that's like the 2025 version of like Amazon not having a back button on their checkout page, or like when you hit the back button to leave a blog, it brings you back to the same page you were on. You got to hit the back button like 20 times to get back to Google. A Romanian word for the offensive one is the likeliest inspiration for what 1922 movie title? Battleship Potemkin. After winning a copyright suit, it's Nosferatu. That makes way more sense. I'm pretty sure Battleship Potemkin is named after the battleship in the movie. Nosferatu, bite on that thing. Yes, man. The Court of Justice in the European Union is in what country that's smaller than Rhode Island? I got to assume that's a Luxembourg type thing. Because like Liechtenstein is smaller, but not to be rude, I don't think they're doing anything there. Like Luxembourg is kind of like the impartial seat of European democracy. I feel like Liechtenstein is just kind of like, it's like Switzerland's Canada or something. Like they're just, I don't want to say they're just chilling up there, but there's a little piece of banana stuck in my smoothie straw, man. I can't get it out. I can't get it out. Is that true? Liechtenstein legalized female voting in 1984. That's a little late to the party. Yes, that's true. Well, good for them for getting it done. But that's like that's a long way after the waves started to come to the shore. I don't think I got it, man. I got it. Wait till you hear about the Vatican. It's an honest to goodness question for you. I didn't know the Vatican voted on anything. Like the citizens. I thought it was the cardinals vote when the Pope dies. They vote on the new Pope? I mean, the cardinals vote. Are there like people in the Vatican? Like, are there people that live in the Vatican that aren't cardinals? There's got to be like nuns too, I guess. They got to up the blenders. They don't have the Tyler Blevins at this booster juice. It's still tasty. I'm still getting nutrated, okay? But there's a lot of... They got to leave this shit in the blender for like an extra 10 seconds. It's a little insane, man. Sorry, anyway. First domesticated 10,000 years ago, the fruit of Musa acuminata is botanically a weird-shaped berry. What do we call it? Let me hit you with something crazy. Maybe it's a grape. Kirk Cameron, it's a banana. Germany's Iwan Bloch discovered the Marquis de Sade's manuscript for 120 Days of Sodom. Aptly, since Block is called the father of whatology. Can I type something insane? I do want to type like anusology or like I don't know, something in that vein. A proctology, maybe? Fuck, that would have been fucking sick, man. If he was just like a doctor who invented ass medicine, but then also discovered the manuscript for 120 Days of Sodom, that would have been fucking amazing. Havelock Ellis wrote the first wholly objective study of gay men in 1897, 11 years before the first issue of the Journal of what? Journal. Because it's got to fit with ology, too. There's no way it was called the Journal of... There's no way. 11 years before the first known issue, the Journal of what? Ology. Sexology? I don't know, man. Sniper turned radio star Ruth Westheimer is one of the best-known modern practitioners of what science that anagrams to leg socks, sexology. What did I type for no? They're going to give me a point. One thing you need to know about Thrice, they're very easy with the points being refunded. Somehow, the KKK's cross-burning ritual and Hail to the Chief were both inspired by the 1810 epic poem The Lady of the Lake by what writer? I don't think I can name a... Walt Whitman. I don't know. An American writer. All set in Scotland. Oh, shit. It's from James Joyce? Rob Roy? James Joyce? Wilfred of Ivan. Oh, is it Robbie Burns? Robbie Burns? Robbie Burns? Robbie Burns. It's not Robbie Burns. It's Sir Walter Scott. I don't know shit about books, man. Joyce wrote in the early 1900s. I'm just going to be honest. If you're from like over 100 years ago, I'm not fucking with you. And I'm not fucking with most people that are alive right now. What do you mean? If you had the audacity to be born 100 years before me, your curse that I place on you is the timeline has been collapsed. Somehow, the year negative 10,000 to the year 1900 is like less rich than 1988 to 2025 because I've experienced a broad spectrum of events that have taken place in that time period. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, James Joyce, Cleopatra, they might have been having tea with each other. Even if they lived 7,000 years apart, I don't give a shit. All I know, they're not coming over to my fucking house because they're both dead. That's something they've got in common that I can't relate to yet. One day I'll be victim of my own curse as well. But for now, if you're older than Elvis, I'm not fucking with you. Because I don't know what the fuck was going on then. A guy in 110 CE probably thought the same thing. That's what I'm saying, man. You know what's funny to think of is like Romans being like talking about how fucking old like the Roman kings must have been in the era of Roman emperors, and then not realizing those dumbasses that 2,000 years later, we'd be here being like, it's the same shit, man. Like your ass is talking about like, dude, King Tarquinius, he's like older than Garum. We live in the Augustine era now. Bitch, it's the same thing. You fucking idiot. You fucking moron. That shit was like 1,000,000 years ago. Nobody cares. Cato the Elder, Cato the Younger, they're the same fucking age. Read a book sometime. They're both fucking older than I am. That's all I need to know. As far as I'm concerned, is Cato the Elder and Cato the even elder. Sort these debut albums in order of their release date, starting with the latest. All I know here is that this is Coldplay. Well, that's REM. Okay, hang on. This must be Daft Punk. Coldplay's like 2000. Daft Punk's 97. Murmur's like 83. Now the rest of this shit, the Fame sounds to me... That must be Lady Gaga, which would be like 2009. And then I feel like Got to Be There sounds like it's from the 80s. So I'm going to put it here. And section .80 to me sounds the most modern. Suck on that shit. You don't know K Dot's mixtape? I'm turning that shit around on you. You didn't know what year Murmur came out? You don't know Calling Out in Transit, Radio Free Europe. Fuck you, bitch. Learn a little bit about college radio rock. You don't know shit about Athens, Georgia. Oh, isn't that where from? Yeah, it's from where fucking Kevin Shields from Montreal is from. There's more shit there, though. I think Neutral Milk Hotel might have been palling around there for a minute. Because Section 80 is good while the others are unknown. You might be the dumbest motherfucker that's typed something in my chat today. Is that TOS? You've lost your damn mind. That's the second maddest I've been in a Twitch message in the last 24 hours, okay? Someone else typed in Chibley's chat. They said, Conclave sucks. My friend told me the plot, and it sounds ass. I added them. I think I might have typed, what's it like to be stupid? Then I replied to myself, and I was typing like some live, pray, eat, pray, love shit. Live, laugh, love shit. I typed, who told you you could experience the secondhand warmth of art without being burned by its flame? I was getting pissed off, man. You haven't seen the movie. You can't say it's ass. This isn't the Minecraft movie. It's attempting to be artful at least, okay? There's room for Kendrick and Michael Stipe. I can understand the Zoomers aren't fucking with REM. To be fair, the last good REM song did come out in like 1997 or something. So I can't blame you, but you should go back sometime. Like, I get that you're Topster. You're like, my 50 favorite albums all came out from like 2009 onwards, but you should at least occasionally go back and experience a little bit of, what was going on in the party before your invite showed up, man. Listen to 69 love songs. That shit is amazing. No, it's not. It's like there's 14 amazing songs on it and like 55 songs that are not that good, but I still love it, okay? There's a lot of good stuff, and then there's a lot of shit that after hearing them 5 times, I skip it every time. I'm not listening to fucking... I'm trying to think of what's the worst, man. Experimental Love Song is pretty bad. That's like... It could have been 68 love songs, and then they could have pulled it out, but that's okay. Punk rock love is non-essential, that's for sure. I'd say there's a lot of good ones. I'm a Death of Ferdinand de Saussure type girly. I do like Papa Was a Rodeo, Luckiest Guy on the Lower East Side, Sweet Love and Man. I'm an album one Andy, to be honest with you, for the most part. Parades Go By. There's a lot. It's been a while. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a classic. Long Forgotten Fairy Tale, that's a good one. 2011, 1 billion views. Party rock anthem. Out of nowhere. So I only know the Arctic Monkeys from whatever people say I am. That's what I'm not. But I know that they popped off after that. So in my heart of hearts, I'm saying perhaps this could be a blind spot for me. Perhaps this could be an Arctic Monkeys. Perhaps this could be a Muse or one of any other assortment of British bands that I find slightly overrated, but not that bad in the whole scheme of things. That sounds like Muse to me, man. Oh, fuck. Nope. Can I try like the Arctic Monkeys real quick and see if there's something in there? All right. It's definitely not When the Sun Goes Down. I know that one. God is my witness. Until I hear the voice, I can't say for sure. I think it's possible I've never heard this song in my entire life. But it sounds British. Even without hearing anybody sing, it sounds like this was composed in the United Kingdom. Or possibly by people from the United Kingdom in Los Angeles. At present, I do not know it. It's Adele. Yes, that's Adele. Now, was I fucking right, or was I fucking right, man? There's something, the UK DNA is just chocked through this thing. I knew it, man. What are these ratios? I don't know. I can't even parse this. Whoever was saying Muse is crazy, that was me. Maybe you're not wrong, though. Do you think Adele's overrated? That's a trick question. But I must stick to my principles. I think that I don't really like her music that much. I think she's very talented. But in a just world, Destroyer would have 866 million views on like Kaput. And this would have like 100 million views, in my opinion. Vancouver Bias? Okay. Stadiums and Shrines 2 by Sunset Rubdown would have 866 million views. And this would have 200 million. Best British actor, go. I'm going to have to say James Corden. Next question. Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, he's pretty good, man. I'm not fucking with Rowan Atkinson, but Mr. Bean can get it. When we come back, there was I know this will be tragic news for you. There's a new game I wanted to play. It's not Blueprints, but I'm excited to play Blueprints. Let me sell it to you first. The game's called Lonestar, and I'm not talking about the Canadian Tex-Mex restaurant that gives you free tortilla chips out of the fryer. We're at least going to give it a try. Here's the selling point, okay? 88% positive reviews. Strategic roguelike spaceship deck builder. Okay, bear with me. Wow, perfect game for me. Best $17 I've ever spent. Fits many genres. Strategy, roguelike deck builder, dice builder, puzzle, tactics, but the best descriptor is resource management. It's all about using the finite resources you get each turn to your best advantage. Each turn is its own puzzle. This game has a lot of variety, blah, 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 blah. If you're a fan of thinky roguelikes, this is for you. I found this game via SD89 stream, and I absolutely love it. Fun little game. I've seen people compare it to FTL, but it's not as unforgiving as FTL. I have had fun, and I'm blah, 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 blah. So another person said, yeah, dude, okay, here was the one that really got me. This is a very fun game. Yay! To me, it almost feels like an auto battler, but with more depth and strategy. It's a mix of Slay the Spire, dicey dungeons, and backpack battles. Easy to learn, hard to master. FTL vibes with light math, complex logistics, and compelling risk management. If FTL and Balatro had a baby, it would pretty much be this game. Very easy game to recommend. Also, some people, I don't know, this might be a reach because I haven't played it myself, but some people compared it to the Bazaar and said it's almost like an engine builder mixed with a deck building roguelike. So I'm gonna give it a try. But first I have to buy and download it. Dude, did you guys see this article? Just the headline got me good. Chocolate bars recalled over, quote, presence of stones. A recall has been issued for 2 kinds of Tony's Choco Lonely chocolate bars due to the presence of stones, health officials say. Yada, 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 yada. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has also announced a recall on the same flavors of Choco Lonely bars, and I quote, because the product may contain small stones. According to the FDA, notice the recall was initiated voluntarily by the manufacturer following 12 reports of consumers finding small stones in the product. I think they mentioned that, man. The small stones? The recall notes that reports of stones in the products have all come from outside the United States and Canada, and no injuries have yet been reported. Nobody's considered yet that might just be roughage, huh? They put the damn rocks in the chocolate. Daniel. You're going to watch I'm being 100% sincere, Daniel. You should watch The Lawnmower Man, director's cut, because 1.5 stars and a heart is like it's possibly the most glowing endorsement that I could give to a movie. It's your one movie for the month recommendation. I think you're going to love it. It has one of the most nuanced portrayals of mental disability ever put to film. That's facts. And MacGruber, 3.5 out of 5. I love when he puts the celery up his butt. When Ryan Philippe says, hey, look at this. And then he's got the celery up his butt and he's holding his junk and waddling back and forth. Or when MacGruber throws the cough drops on the table in front of the henchman and the guy goes, what the? Throat lozenges? And then Will Forte says, you're going to want to take the whole box. And then he rips his throat out. That's good stuff, man. It's not a perfect movie, but there's some good stuff in it. I forgot about that. Yeah. When Tua Tagovailoa had that cranium-crushing concussion, and then they were like, he's okay. He's watching MacGruber and laughing his head off on the flight home. And they were like, that's so fucking funny. Oh, shit. Damn, the vibes, man. Tua Tagovailoa MacGruber. One second here. Archived post. McDaniel said he and Tua sat together on the plane and watched MacGruber during the flight home and that Tua laughed throughout the movie. September 30th, 2022. That's really fucking funny, man. Oh, man. He passed out for 42 hours when they landed. Is that true? Well, isn't that... I don't want to say it's good, but isn't that like the right thing after you get a concussion? Isn't that like the number one thing is like don't go to sleep right away? Yes. Well, you go to a doctor. Yeah. But I thought it was like if you hit your head and then you're like, I'm feeling sleepy, like so you need to pay someone to slap you in the fucking face to wake you up. Because if you go to sleep, you'll like your brain will swell and you'll die or something. That's a myth. Whatever. Truth Social wouldn't lie to me. FDR, can I tell you something? I asked my daughter, we had a lot of car time this weekend. I asked her who the president of the United States is, because Kate was watching her iPad and she saw one of the, it wasn't Librarian's thumbnail, but you know the picture of Trump holding the ChatGPT tariff board. And Kate and I were laughing at the thumbnail. And then our daughter started laughing too. And we were like, why are you laughing? Do you know who that is? And she said, Trump. I swear to God. I would not make that up. I would rather it wasn't true to begin with. But then I said, who is Trump? And she said, president. And I went, oh, snap. That's crazy. But then in the car, I asked her, who's the president of the United States? And she said, snap. She said, FDR. And I said, great answer, but that was 100 years ago. And then she went, is it a president I've made a joke about? And I said, maybe. And then she said, Abraham Lincoln. And I said, I know where you're coming from. Because for like a week, you were like, what's a pig's favorite president? Abraham Lincoln. But it's not Abraham Lincoln. That was like 160 years ago. Anyway, she eventually got there. She knows old presidents because we've been reading this book about Mount Rushmore a lot. Including the nuanced, that they cover both sides of the issue. Okay? There's the whole page in this kid's book that's like, they shouldn't have done that stuff. Okay? So it's not just like, wow, look at this awesome mountain. Anyway, we're playing Lonestar. I don't know how I got off on this aside. Hey, you can take it up with the administration of the United States circa like the 1920s when they got after they violated the Treaty of Fort Laramie, okay? But don't take it up with Gutzon Berglund, the architect of Mount Rushmore. He had noble ideas, I think. Did you know he was also going to carve the torsos of the presidents? I didn't know that. But then like World War II broke out, and the government was like, we can't afford that or whatever. Anyway. Nah, he sucked. They didn't cover that part in the book. I'd like to apologize. I gotta finish the book before I talk about it anymore. Regardless. Dear bounty hunter, you're about to embark on a journey of bounty hunting. To enjoy the premium services, please enter your basic information. I guess I would be a shielder. The shielder. Can I tell you something? This is already off on the right foot. 24 HP. There's only 2 ways you could go with this. There's 3 ways. You could have like 1 HP if you ever get hit, you die. I like that because it lets you know where you stand. You could have 24 HP, a relatively small number, or you load it up and immediately you have 10,000 HP and you're like, well, now I don't even care if I take 100 damage. I think 24 has got to be one of the best HP numbers you can have. 3 might be better, but 24 is pretty good. Absolute best starting HP. I gotta say, I think 10 is like agnostic of everything else. 10 is like the ultimate starting HP, man. And then getting hit by a random enemy does 1 damage. And getting hit by like a super enemy does 2 or 3. Anyway, sorry. This is what we talk about. This is how we started talking about the best tasting potato chip when you open the bag is chip number 1. And the second best tasting potato chip is the 0 with chip. The anticipation right before you have the chip. Oh, sorry, I got to change the game name as well. But I guess I'm not too late because we haven't even really started playing it yet. Is the worst tasting the last one? No, because you start to appreciate the chips more when you know that you're coming to the end. The worst tasting chip is like in a bag of 30 chips, the worst tasting chip has got to be like chip 18 or something like that when you're just like shoveling them in and not even appreciating them, but also not aware of the fact that it's going to end one day. That whole, like, the first act of eating a snack is great, and the third act, you start to appreciate the snack a little more because you know it's not going to last forever. The second act is just kind of like filler. Here's a quick tutorial from the Bounty Hunter Association. Let's see, there's a criminal nearby. Go catch him for your first reward. I may have to move my camera, but bear with me. Wanted, they're a plunderer. Their danger level is Henchman. Level 1 Henchman versus level 99 Shielder. 2, 2, 3, 4. Ain't that the truth, man? So here's what I'm thinking. We rolled some dice, and we got to match the numbers that you're putting out. So you're gonna hit me for 4. I'll put a 4 right here to zero it out, and then I'll put a 2 right here to zero it out, and then all I can really do is put a 3 right there, and then I take 1 damage, and then a 2. Oh, you can stack them, bro. You can't. Oh, but you can't put that. I see. Oh, pull that 2 out. I need an undo button. Oh, yeah. That's okay. I'm doing more damage to you in return. The 3 lanes of numbers in the middle represent your strength, outcome, enemy strength. Right. Okay. Sorry. 3 columns. I see. The outcome is the absolute difference between the strength of both sides. I get the picture. Beam struggle. The attack unit will convert energy point into strength in the same lane. The support unit produces various supportive effects. You can differentiate from the 2 types based on the icon color in the upper right corner of the unit. You can only load energy whose color outgrades that of the slot. Okay, so white goes in everything. Blue can go in blue and orange. Or it might, no, I've got it backwards. Orange can go in everything. Blue can go in blue and white can only go in white. All right. Once loaded, the energy cannot be removed. Try the orange energy. Okay, let me think about this, man. On load, generate 1 energy of 1 point. Okay, so you convert energy into better energy. I understand. And then we can go 3, 3, 3. I understand. I guess we could afford to take some hits on the shield, but what do we care? Oh, snap. You can consume a fuel to move your ship upwards or downwards. After each battle, a certain amount of fuel will be restored. Well, I mean, this is a given, bro. I'll move up 1, and then you're hitting me for 2, but guess what? No, you're not. First, you got to load it up, and then it spits it out even better, and then I wanna ruin your life, so I got to hit you for 3 here. And then these ones we don't really care about so much, but I suppose that's fine. I gotta be honest, I can see why you're a level 1 henchman and I'm a level 99 shielder. I don't think you got anything going on, man. I think your life is over. Like, I think I basically run this town. You could put orange in the bump twice. Because you can put orange in the blue slot too. Oh. Choose a unit. High energy cube. On load, generate 1 orange 3-point energy. Or pure white core. I'm not comfortable with the parlance. When loaded with white energy, gain 2 strength. I don't know if it's the right climate to be playing this game. I don't want to be loading my pure white core with white energy to get stronger. I feel like you got the wrong guy. I'm gonna go with the high energy cube, I think. It's a little less problematic. Oh man. Obtained units need to be equipped on your ship to be brought to the next battle. The total weight of equipped units cannot exceed your weight limit. That sounds about right. Let's, so what do? On load, generate an orange. Oh, because it's an engine builder! So you fill your fucking shit with cubes, and then they spit out even more cubes, so you might roll 222. But by the end of all the engine doing, you got like 520s or something like that. Okay, hang on, I get it, man, I get it. After work, you can enjoy the vacation days offered by the association. Vacation planets are marked with the different types of events you'll encounter and the days required. Usually, longer vacation events tend to be more valuable. I end my vacation, and I will fight Old Chen, the henchman. He loves to boast about his great wall. Very nuanced portrayal. Surrender before the Great Wall. You have nowhere to escape. Okay. Enemy ships have durability. Winning a showdown in each lane will reduce their durability by 1 point. When enemy durability reaches 0, they can't take action next turn. It's a common strategy for bounty hunters to claim victory. So if we just win 4 lanes, you can't stop me. Okay, hear me out here. I put the orange in the orange slot to generate an orange cube. Then I take this orange and I put it in here to generate a better orange. Then I take this. Well, let's see. You got a 5, you got a 4. I'd like we could use the blue, but I feel like you use. It doesn't matter because it matters because you could load the bad blue into this to create a better orange. And then you can you get an orange, and you put the orange in here, and you get a better orange, man. Now, I don't need to take damage, because I have 4 dice, and I've only got 4 spots to put dice. I could move. Moving costs fuel. I could also just win every single lane easily, and try to reduce your durability to 0. Oh, maybe you can keep if you can keep your dice or your energy, would we rather? I don't think it matters. Let's pass turn. You still have units. Clicking on a unit triggers its effect and puts it on cooldown. That's why I don't want to. I don't want to do it this turn. See, we kept this one, which is good because we got a fucking bullshit roll this time, man. What the? Did this unk really just put the orange in there? Nah, this is a stream for the ages. Pull up a chair and refill your popcorn and get ready for cinema. Fire emoji NL cinema moment. That's right, man. That's how every brand account was talking on Twitter in like 2011. They'd be like, oh, that's facts. We got a new Doritos Locos taco coming out. Hashtag tacos. Hashtag blessed. They still do? Using hashtags is crazy, man. It does talk like ChatGPT. You miss Twitter? Nah, not at all. You see that the market erased like $4 trillion in 10 seconds today because somebody with a blue check on Twitter said they were putting a 90-day pause on the tariffs, and it turns out it was just some guy. It was just some guy paying $8 a month. It is pretty cool. It's pretty funny. I can't deny that. Like reading about it, I would be like, that's funny. My chicken order? Chicken jockey or lava chicken? Chicken jockey for sure. I don't know, the lava chicken looked pretty good, man. The lava chicken looked pretty good. I don't think anybody would deny that. You can expand the upgrade preview box on the right side. Sorry, I gotta deal with this. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. LSU baseball or Green Wave baseball? Okay, I don't know what Green Wave is, but you are Opie and Anthony fan club, right? And you are Gavin Newsom official. All the novelty accounts that you're making have the exact same form for the username. It's always blah, 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 like proper noun, absurd relation to that proper noun. Official Gavin Newsom, Opie and Anthony fan club, and now what is this, Tulane baseball #1 fan? What's going on? I'm just wondering what's going on here. I'm allowed to ask questions? I'm the one asking questions. You're allowed to give answers, man. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. I don't know who Carson Beck is. I don't even follow real baseball, much less college baseball. Who the heck are the Green Hornets? It's pretty simple. I have a heuristic. If your sport has a team in Myrtle Beach, I'm not fucking with it. I haven't taken any damage yet. Jin Henchman. Isn't that the dude who did the Muppets? I'm not joking. The depth is often no less than the breadth. Where's Apollo to say throat bubble? White energy. Not great. That's fine. 27 damage. We take those. Should have hit the pair bonus. Would someone like to let the chatters know that the pair bonus is 2 damage? When we load in any white energy in any of these 3 squares, we get 2 damage by default. The pair is meaningless, man. It's irrelevant. That's 2 damage right there. That's a pair bonus. It's 2 free damage. It's not free, because if we put it over here, we get the 2 damage that you would have gotten from the pair bonus, and you also get the fucking shit, man. You don't get it. You don't understand. It gives both? Yeah, but I want to be able to cycle my fucking shit, man. If this had PvP, I would be platinum, and you would be probably begging for free codes in their Discord, okay? So don't even try that shit with me. You would be saying, hey, does anybody have a referral code? I've watched 150 hours of NL playing this shit on Twitch, and I think I could go pro. You don't even know how to do up your skates. Your dad has to tie your skates for you, okay? Before you come into my chat spreading that kind of malarkey, I want you to take a look in the mirror and give yourself an honest assessment and tell me you're really that motherfucker. Because I've seen a lot of you. Some of you are, most of you aren't, okay? Any day of the week. You want to go to a spelling bee with me? You can just call me Aquila. Now you got me all distracted, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. Move down 1. Whatever you say to do, that's what I'm not going to do. That's all you need to know. Pair bonus, motherfuckers. How about you pair bond with someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with? And build some shit together inside of the domiciles of a house or apartment. Or a basement suite or something. I'm not being picky about it. A van. Laneway house. It's just, just build a life for yourself is what I'm trying to say. Chicken jockey? No. That's glib. When any attack unit loads energy greater than 5, greater than or equal to 5, gain 2 strength, this unit always gains double power. It's a legendary attack unit with 1 white slot. I mean, that's really easy to load, at least. Main ingredients and leftover pieces. Tri-power. Triggers every 3rd energy loaded. On tri-power, generate 1 orange 9-point energy and 1 orange 1-point energy. Hang on, I'm going into the Discord. Caps lock. While y'all waiting for blueprints. What's this game called? Showdown? Last Down? Lonestar? Lonestar FTL meets Balatro is straight gas. I'm going to add... Well, I'm not going to add Dan, because he might think it's a little too arithmetic heavy, but still. Save a cube to pop the dragon. But then we don't get the extra cube off the dragons, man. We don't get the extra cubes off. Oh, are you saying... I don't know what you're saying. Which cube? It's all cubes. I want to see if my friends have replied to my Discord. Not at all. Okay, this is a boss. This is Corleone. The reward is you become a legendary bounty hunter. I don't think we're gonna... I don't think we're gonna fill every slot, but I think that's okay. I don't know about all this, man. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Start with the generators. Load like a 1. You gotta keep a blue. Oranges are not that valuable, though. I mean, they're valuable because they're blues, but a 2 is like, I snooze. But load it up. You get a 1 and a 9. I do feel like a 1 is still pretty good because you can use it to generate 4 strength off of this. Drop me a 5 in here. We're gonna need to win some lanes. So you know what? Toss me a 7 right there. Oh, but then it leaves us in a dangerous... No, it doesn't leave us in a dangerous position. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. 7. Then the 9 goes in here. It generates a blue. The blue goes in here. It generates a white 1. Not good for us. We turn it into an orange 3. The orange 3 goes here. We get a white 5. That's good enough to go here. We get an orange 2. I snooze on an orange 2. I snooze on it. Load 15 energy in one single turn. We're 1 shy. We could take 4 and 2. 4 and 2. Or 0. Do 30. A 0 looks pretty good to a fella such as myself. And we're done. And we get our fuel back thanks to the refueling station. Any last words? That's what Malf says when he's about to lose. So you're literally doing nothing this turn, but next turn you're going to do something? Okay. So it's like 1, 1, 5. 1. Well, what? 1, 5. 9, 5, 2. Ah! I could have gone so much more, man. 30, 24, 30, 30. Okay. I even have my generator. I have my active. Oh, no. That's all right. All I have to do is win 3 lanes this turn. We take some damage, but we do fuck up your durability. Yeah, I think we leave it as is. We're definitely not cooked, man. We're actually owning them supremely. We used our tap that time. We used it early, right? Or maybe we didn't. You didn't? I'm saving it for next game. It's a 1, 1, 5, 1, 5. Not. We could do better. 9 here. 5 here, 7 here, 2 here because we're already winning, 5 here, 5. It does give you extra strength, to be fair. It doesn't matter too much. We could create like orange 3s, but what do we care? Wait. Tap it. Turn it. Turn it. Low piece here, big piece here. I told you we own them, dude. Boom, 73 damage. It's that easy, man. Now, that was like a 2-hour-long tutorial, but we made it work and became a legendary hunter. And we became level 4 out of 70 with plus 12 reroll chances. We unlocked every other character in the game, apparently. I thought maybe there'd be like a I know not a cutscene, but like some credits or something at the end. But I'd say, call that /marker Lonestar. Oh, because of power, we're taking no. Wait, does the strength continue to grow? Like if they gain 1 power this turn, will they gain more power next time? My strength never stops growing IRL. Cobalt, we're around the same age. I wish that were true. The cope that I have is that I think your strength rebalances. Come on, man. No, it's good. I think like As you get older, your physical strength wanes a little bit, but your mental strength goes crazy. For example, I sat through the whole Minecraft movie with my kid this weekend. That's something that I mean, if I was like 21 when the Minecraft movie came out, I probably would have walked out of the theater 51 minutes in if I had to guess. Chicken jockey, yes sir. Did you letterbox it? I gave it a 2 out of 5, but I think it's there's variations of 2. Nomadland, bad 2. I don't care if it won Best Picture. Minecraft, a fun 2. It's breezy. It's like, I don't know, it's like 92 minutes long or something like that. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Ghibli, I'm not responding to your messages about the Minecraft movie because you haven't seen it. I take offense to the fact that you haven't seen it, but you're trying to steal valor from those of us who have seen it. Ghibli, this game is good. Sorry to the developers of Lonestar if you're watching this. This game is good. You should not play it. I don't think that your chat is going to trick you into playing it. My opinion, this is not a Ghibli game. But it is good. But if someone in your chat, if you ever go, I don't know what to play, and your chat goes, hey, you should check out the game NL played today. Don't play Lone Star. You could just play something else. Play Nubby. Do you like top, mid, or bot? I like to have the mantle of responsibility resting upon me. I like to play mid. I have a 100% win rate with mid Quas Exort Invoker. 1 game, 1 win. I love to play Ancient Apparition mid. I love to play Shadow Fiend mid back in the day, okay? Apart from that, support-wise, I prefer to play safe lane. If I'm playing support, I'm a safe lane Andy. But rest assured, after I bunch the creeps, or whatever they call them, you know, when you do the creep walking to make sure that they show up later at the lane. So as a result, the enemy lane starts pushed out and you could do some chip damage to the heroes if they come in to try to get the farm. After I do some creep blocking, I get a couple extra levels on the opposition. I'm rotating the gank 100%. I'm checking rune at rune spawn and I'm ganking mid. And if mid's not ready for the gank, I'm never... Whatever they type in chat for the rest of the game, I'm not listening. I bet Librarian has a crazy sounding keyboard. That's probably like the realest thing ever said. Oh no, he's cracked at CS? I don't get it. What did I make a mistake? Oh, Counter-Strike is the name of the ship. Are people still playing Counter-Strike 2? I'm asking not to like take Schadenfreude out of it or anything like that. Only Squeaks? Only Squeaks and you? Because I kind of like, I was relatively excited for it to come out, but I feel like nobody talked about it after like a week on from it coming out. 1 million are playing it right now? Yeah, but how many bots? Everyone in my game? I like Counter-Strike. I think I'm simply too old for it though. And don't make a comment about Squeaks' age. He's younger than I am. Attack unit loads and energy. Apply 4 strength. No, you motherfucker. I do not say I'm too old for everything. I'm old enough for a lot of shit. I'm old enough to go to bed at 9:30 p.m. and feel good about it. And I respect it. There's pro players that are the same age as you. Yeah, they didn't start like 6 months ago, buddy. They started when they were like 14 in Tallinn. You pick your nose when you're alone? Yep. Yes, I do. I don't know why we all pretend, man. In public, no, you're not allowed to do it. By myself, booger in my nose, pick it, wipe it on a tissue, wash your hands. Of course. No, eating them is a step too far. You gotta knock that off, for sure. Why? This is fucking gross, man. It's like congealed mucus and like bacteria and viruses and shit. It's healthy? I don't think that's ever been proven in a court of law. You are not driving on the highway watching the stream from London, okay? That's just not true. They don't call it a highway in London. They call it like the M road or something like that. He's not. Prove it. Yeah, prove it. Oh, London, Ontario. Oh, okay. Well, I don't care then. You're an outfit repeater? Yeah. I think every like non-MTV rapper is an outfit repeater. I would say. That's not how clothes work, but it is how laundry machines work, I would say. You ever like wear a shirt on Monday and then like wear a shirt on Friday and then some Randall in your class is like, didn't you wear that shirt on Monday? And you're like, yeah, bro. Unlike you, my house has a washing machine in it. And then they start to tell you that it's like not okay that you phrased it like that. And you got to be like, he took a shot at me first, man. His parents have to take their clothes to the laundromat on the weekend. Mine are taking me to softball practice. So if he knew that in advance, then he shouldn't have taken a fucking shot at me, dude. That's not fucking fair. If I defend myself, I'm punching down. Fuck you, Randall. Yeah, what's the thing? Why is he textile watching to begin with, man? It's classic Randall. It's a straight up Randall move. Check this out. 3 becomes 4. 4 becomes 2 3s. 4 gets triply loaded in here. Oh, fuck. And then, oh shit, motherfucker. Extra strength, energy, extra strength, energy. Oh, extra strength. Fuck you. Then guess what, buddy? Oh, I can't turn a 6 into a 7. Whatever. We mog you severely. High energy cube. On low, generate. We don't need it. We don't need orange energy. My man can't read. Any last words, rebthor? 174 messages. Those are weak numbers. 2 messages today. My guy can't read. My man can't read. No, man. No. Is that a cheer 100 bit badge? Damn, you go way back. I know I'm in your brain. Do you ever see the Minecraft movie when he stares in the Enderman's eyes? First message, September 2020. Maybe spending all that gas everywhere was a bad idea. That's from 2020. It's been 5 years, man. Why does NL say bagels so funny? Talking about Rojo Caliente. Asking me questions like, is tzatziki pourable? You went away for a bit. So there's like 2021, you were here. And then 2021, 2021. Then like a 7-month break. And then like a 2022, 2022, 2022, 2022, 2022. Okay, so here's what I gotta know. Prior to today, the last time you were in chat was April 25th, 2022. Can you keep me posted on what happened in your life in the interim period? Mostly watch you on YouTube. I'm in your walls. I'm in your house like carpet. Yeah, that's a big one. Activate me. Activate me. I'm bound. In that case, I would just make sure you die, even if I take damage. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play that. It seems a little scary to me. Oh shit, defeat Apocalypse. Complete the game without using temporary retreats. Unlock unlock Spacewalker. Unlocked Uncle Faction. Shut your faction face, Uncle Faction. You don't have to, Justin, are you here? You know what I'm talking about. You faction your uncle. Yes, you do. No one faction uncle's quite like you. Remember that? Remember when Canada got mad at the US because of South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut? Okay, I'm going to slash marker that. That's Lonestar. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch for that matter, Lonestar has the seal of approval, man. I think this game's gas. It has, the problems that this game has are things that I would only pretend to be mad about. Like the localization seems a little scuffed, but like, I'm just going to level with you, like, who gives a shit as long as you mostly understand what they're talking about? That's about it. Everything else seemed like a lot of fun. Let me see if anyone replied. I got one eyes emoji from Bear Taffy. Nobody else, they're not fucking with me anymore, man. They're not fucking with me. Guys, can I hit you with something insane? We happen to find ourselves at the, I guess it was a Loblaws. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, even if it's Galen Weston and it happens to be like the closest grocery store to where I am. Chimo Pierogies. I know it sounds like a Tim and Eric brand. Chimo Pierogies. $2.50 for 900 grams. I used to buy them for lunch all the time in 2013. You know the exact SKU, man. You're absolute 907 grams for $2.49. It's insane. I used to buy them at No Frills, a cheaper grocery store, in 2013. They were $2.99, $2013. At the grocery store in 2020 fucking 5. $2.49. 1/6 cheaper 12 years later. You know I bought two. That's crazy. I don't understand how they can give you a kilo of mashed potato dumplings. I'm not suggesting it's high quality food, but like it tastes good. It's crazy. I will say, as an adult, I guess I was like 25 when I was eating them before, but like as an adult who's got their shit more together now, when I ate 10 pierogies for lunch yesterday, I was like, I need some protein. There's like, that's just a mashed potato wrapped in flour, essentially. But it hit the spot. I think if you had like 10 chimo pierogies and a 1-a-day vitamin or something like that, that could be a really cheap lunch. The multivitamin might not be optional. I had 5 chicken gyozas. I like gyoza, don't get me wrong. They're cut from the same cloth. But I've really become like I just, to each their own, okay? I do feel like 5 gyoza with meat in them. I still think that might be like a 300-calorie lunch. 60, maybe a 350. That's not enough for a fella like me. I need to go one step higher. 5 gyoza and a bowl of ramen, appropriate meal size for sure. I mean, I used to get lunch. I would get mandu, which is basically just gyoza. No offense if you're from Korea, but they're like, well, mandu is kind of like, it's more of like a circle. Well, you can get circle or you can get the gyoza style. But anyway, I used to get 12 mandu for lunch. So I think they weren't the long, I don't even know, the banana shaped ones. They were more of like a button shape, but I feel like 10 to 12 is like where I want to be personally. How was Lonestar? Top 3 game of the year so far, in my opinion. Nubby is in there. Tabletop Sim is in there. Lonestar seems like it could be in there. I said tabletop? Oh, yeah, that's right. I meant Trick Shot. My mistake. Have you played more than 3 games that came out this year? I have to have done at least 2 sponsored streams on top of the other games that I mentioned, right? Knock at the Coffin Lid was DLC. What was before that? Oh, you're right. I played Fly Night. That's in there. The Executive. Sultan's Game! Dude, Sultan's Game is so cool. If I worked like a normal job and wasn't married with a kid, coming home from the office and playing Sultan's Game with nobody watching me would probably be like, that would probably hit pretty hard. Repo was this year? I think it's a good game, but it does make me want to throw up. What do you mean by that? I was not suggesting I'd be jerking off to Sultan's Game. If I was living alone with no wife and no kids, I'm pretty sure I'd be dry, man. I wouldn't need to beat it to a video game. It hits different, though. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I wouldn't know, man. I wouldn't know. You ever wonder if Michael Jackson would have liked Balatro? You ever wonder what kind of noises he'd be making when his fucking misprinted Joker hit him with like a +2 mult when he needed like a 6 or higher to pass the blind? Hee. She knows, man. She was watching. She was watching. Can we listen to it while we wait? No, I'm not sure my computer can run YouTube. You ever see Bob Dylan on Pawn Stars? Crazy. Here's what I thought happened. I know Pawn Stars is fictionalized. I thought that maybe they were like, hey, Bob, would you be up for doing a segment where we pretend that somebody brings a Bob Dylan record and then you come and talk about it and sign it for them? I thought that was what happened on the episode. Do you know what apparently actually happened? Bob Dylan, supposedly, is a huge fan of Pawn Stars and called them and went, hey, I'd love to be on Pawn Stars. And they were like, all right, we'll cook up a segment. And then he fucking signed a copy of Self-Portrait for Chum Lee. I think it's possible Bob Dylan might be the most American fucker on the planet. And I mean that as a compliment and a little bit of an insult. What about Bruce Springsteen? He's up there. He's up there, I would say. Kid Rock, he's a poser. Bob doesn't need to wear the American flag to embody ideal American values. Gretzky is up there, unfortunately. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, or Wayne Gretzky how he feels now that Alexander Ovechkin at the time had tied him for the NHL all-time goals record. This is what it's all about. That's why he's a superstar. That's why we play the game. He did not know what the fuck was going on when he was being interviewed, man. Just I was watching it live because I was like, well, to be honest with you, after I saw that Ovechkin got 2 goals, I gotta watch the rest of this game. And then Ovechkin took like 9 shots in the final 30 seconds. Like he was a man possessed. But the Gretzky interview was insane, man. Is there a point where you can have like more alcohol in your blood than like platelets, like red blood cells? All right, she's good to go. No, not possible. Well, I'm going to send you over there. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And what would that be, by the way, if you had 50% alcohol in your blood? Would that be like a 0.5 BAC? You'd be dead for sure. I don't know, like the quotient. Which one's the quotient? Well, anyway, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Pour me something tall and strong, man. All right, I'll send you over to my wife's stream. Good night, y'all. Have you seen Slackers? I don't think I can imagine any other streamer who might have seen it. Have I seen Slackers? What a ridiculous question. I love you, but I hate you, which brings to mind how much I love you. We could have worked things out, you know, in my little room, in my little locked room. I'm sorry that you had to settle for Dave, the one-dimensional man. He's filed under cocksucker in my little black book. Sweetness can rot your teeth. Bittersweet cacophony, and you hold the key, you hold the... You think I don't know every word from Slackers? Devin Sawa, Jason Schwartzman. Kind of insane this information occupies space in your brain. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that sometimes when I hear a song, usually like during a Peloton ride, I'll hear a song that I've literally not heard since like 1998, and I still know 80% of the words. I'm like, what are you doing in there?